Anglers Extra.
Cloudy skies here at Veterans Field as we anticipate tonight's contest with the Falmouth Commodores. Aaron Canada on the Manager Show with manager John Schiffner. And Schiff, kind of a split of the doubleheader yesterday. You win the first, and then due to a Cape Cod League rule, couldn't go past the ninth, so it ends in a 4-4 tie.
Well, we'll take 3 points on one day. That's not bad. Going down to Katuitt and getting 3 points is a pretty good day for us. I was disappointed. We should have taken that second game, but give credit to Katuitt. They came back. They made some clutch hits, and we made some physical errors as well as mental errors. So that wasn't the best thing, but we'll take it. We're good.
Hey, you speak about points, getting 3 points on the day, 2 for the win and 1 for the tie. And when it comes down to it, with 8 teams getting into the playoffs, points do matter, but they don't really matter in the grand scheme of things.
Well, you want as many points as you can. Obviously, you want to get the first 2 spots so you can have home field advantage. So you want to win or get as many points as possible, and that's why I'm pleased we took 3 points yesterday. I mean, going down there, Mike Roberts is a heck of a coach. Right now, he's missing a number of players, but he still is able to do a lot of things. You saw how he, confused or, kind of rattled our pitchers a little bit with the guys bouncing up and down at second base. But we came back and made some pretty nice defensive plays on their over-aggressiveness. We were able to make some good plays and then shut them down a little bit. So I'll take the 3 anytime.
Speaking of being aggressive, their starting pitchers were pretty unhittable through the first couple innings of their particular outings. Talk about how you came back and, a couple times through the lineup, finally got it around and got the bats moving again.
Well, one thing about our guys is they don't take their last at-bat to their next at-bat. It's like, okay, clean slate, let's go. Let's try to, make an adjustment, see what I can do this time. And, that's the way we've been all year long, and that's a great trait to have.
Saw some good performances out of the starting pitchers and the bullpen as well, especially in that 2-1 victory in the first contest. Just talk about the staff overall and how you feel.
I'm very pleased with the way the staff's been working. We've done a real good job, most of all. Overall, some very strong performances. Not dominating. I don't think we have too many dominating pitchers. I don't see any first rounders in this group, but I do see some real solid pitchers, solid college pitchers who know how to pitch. They have enough velocity to strike. I think the key to pitching is when you can strike a guy out when you really need to strike a guy out. Second and third, 1 out. You got to strike that guy out. You can't let him hit the fly ball in the outfield. You can't get a ground single. You got to strike the guy out, I think, and we have guys that can do that. We've had guys in the past who can strike out 16, 17 guys in one game, but the ability to strike a guy out when you have to, kind of Greg Maddux mentality, and a lot of these kids have that type of mentality where they know when to throw, when to pitch, and Ryan has done a great job with the pitchers, so I'm very pleased.
Speaking of highly touted college players, we'll switch to the bats and just talk about how it felt to see that 3-run bomb go over the right field fence off the bat of Ricky Oropesa.
Well, Ricky had a tremendous college season this year, and I believe it was 20 home runs. He had a monster shot here against Orleans last week, and that's what Ricky can do. He's got that kind of power, and if we can get Ricky to center the ball up the middle more, it's only going to make him a better hitter.
Are you pleased with his pitch selection as well? He had quite a few walks yesterday.
Yes, that was an outstanding job because he has a propensity to strike out a little bit, and he needs to shut those down. And yesterday was a real good job where he did pick up the base on balls, and that's also out of respect for him. They don't want to give him a good pitch to hit, so if he's smart enough, he's going to be okay.
4-1-1 coming into this contest with the Falmouth Commodores, who come in at 4-2. And as the season progresses, you may have heard bits and pieces about certain players. What do you know about the Commodores?
Nothing. I'm too busy right now. I haven't read a paper. I'm still running back and forth between here and Connecticut. So I know they're coached by a great guy. Jeff Trundy's one of my favorite guys down here, and he handles his players very, very well. And it's a relaxed atmosphere for them. So I'm not surprised they're 4-2. Jeff does a great job.
Give us an idea of how you manage against a team like that when you don't know much about them coming in, save for a few things about how their coach likes to manage things. Give us an idea of how the game develops and how you make adjustments.
Well, it's just baseball. You just have to. The situation it dictates what you're going to do, no matter who's managing. Jeff is pretty much like me and a lot of the other guys in the league, where it's just baseball. It's pretty much basic baseball. Let the kids play. Later on in the game, when it's time to bunt, everybody in the world knows you're going to bunt, and you do. Scott Pickler plays a little bit of a different game, as does Coach Roberts. They kind of play a very aggressive, bunt slash steal a lot of aggressive base running, and that's coming. You have to prepare your pitchers to make sure they don't let guys get big jumps. You have to, emphasize runner control. Against Jeff, I don't, and Chad and Hyannis, it's not that. Harvey the same way over in Bourne. Kelly's the same way. It's pretty much basic baseball. Okay, it's first and second, no outs. It's in the 6th or 7th inning. They're probably going to bunt, so you adjust that way. But otherwise, it's just baseball. Let kids play.
He's John Schiffner. I'm Aaron Canada on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Go Anglers!